Mother's Day! Happy Mother's Day! Happy Mother's Day! Happy Mother's Day! Here is a My Froggy Stuff Mother's Day mashup. We have gathered several of our classic videos around a, can you guess it? Mother's Day theme! From breakfast in bed to a beautiful floral bouquet, we've got you covered. So for this Mother's Day, we hope you have a FABSOME day and a great time getting crafty. I am going to make a spring garden for a doll using a cardboard box, acrylic paint, scrapbook paper, or printables from our blog, twine or jute, artificial flowers, scraps of recycled paper, bamboo skewers or wooden dowels, popsicle sticks, and glue. I start by removing the tabs from one side of a cardboard box. Cut down one side to open the box up. Fold in and glue down the bottom. Now I would like the option to rearrange my garden, so I cut down the center to separate the two sides. Sketch and cut out an opening. Reinforce the bottom with the cardboard tabs we removed earlier, making two corner rooms. Cover the raw edges with scraps of paper. We can cover the walls with scrapbook paper, printables from our blog, or we can use the hot glue method from our doll fireplace video. Just lay the box on its side, then make stone-shaped mounds of glue using a hot glue gun. Once covered, I paint them the color of the grout, and I apply a thin coat so the cardboard doesn't get soggy. Once dried, I take a hard bristled brush, apply a little paint, remove the excess, then lightly tap it onto the stones. Add lighter and darker colors until you get the look that you want. Cover the floor with scrapbook paper or our printable grass. Take artificial spring flowers, glue them around the corners of the wall. Glue some from the top and in small bunches. Lay out a few skinny sticks or popsicle sticks. Glue cut pieces across. Glue 3 together. Make 4. Glue them to the corners, making a platform. Glue more sticks together. Glue them on top. Cut and glue sticks to the front and side edges of the top and bottom. On the back, glue sticks to the corners. Cut a shorter one in front, glue a few more together, then glue them on top of the shorter ones. Glue a few supporting sticks across the back to make a gardening work table. Cut 2 long strands of twine, tie a knot at one end. Cut popsicle sticks or skinny sticks, line a few up, put the rope between the slats, then glue another piece of popsicle stick across the top. Repeat on the other end. Attach the other end of the twine to a wooden dowel. Cover the wooden dowel with artificial plants. Place the wooden dowel across the corner of the box to make a swing. Add a water fountain from a previous video. Rearrange the boxes to make different scenes and create your own secret garden. And you're done.
Happy crafting!
I am going to make a skillet with eggs and sausage using the top of a spice jar, round toothpicks, a popsicle stick, a nail file, scrap pieces of computer paper and construction paper, clear school glue or Mod Podge, brown and red craft paint, nail clippers, paper clips, a hole punch, wire cutters, and glue. I start by removing the lid from a spice jar, and I use scissors to get a nice clean cut. Unfold a paper clip, bend one of the hooks in, turn it to the side. Using wire cutters, cut it just after the middle bend. Glue it to make the skillet. To make the eggs, I punch holes out of yellow construction paper Put drops of hot glue onto a piece of white computer paper in the shape of an egg white. Place the yellow circle on top into the hot glue. Put another drop of hot glue on top of the yellow circle. Allow the glue to dry, then carefully tear off the excess paper. Use scissors to clean off the edges. Use nail clippers to cut a toothpick. Sand the edges round with a nail file. While filing, you may want to wear a mask. Mix brown and red craft paint. Paint the toothpicks. Cover in a layer of Mod Podge or clear school glue. Cut a popsicle stick. Begin sanding it with the nail file. To make a wooden spatula, put it all together. Use a few extra spice jar lids as plates, and you're done.
Happy crafting!
I am going to make a breakfast tray for a doll using recycled paperboard, scrapbook paper, wire, cord or ribbon, popsicle sticks, jumbo popsicle sticks, skinny sticks, and glue. I start by drawing a rectangle on a piece of paperboard. Cut it out. Use it as a pattern to trace more. Cut them out, then stack and glue together. Trace the pattern onto a piece of scrapbook paper, cut it out, and glue it to the paperboard. I chose to cover both sides. Line a popsicle stick up to the edge, then make a small mark at the corners. Cut at the mark, use a nail file to sand the rough edges, then glue to the side. And I glued it slightly above the bottom edge. After gluing popsicle sticks to the shorter sides, I repeat for the longer sides. To make a simple tray. To make it easier for the dolls to hold, I can attach ribbon, cord, or wire to the side for handles. And I just apply a generous amount of glue to attach it to the sides, then allow them to dry. I can also cut and sand 4 popsicle sticks or skinny sticks, glue them at an angle on the outside. I can also try to glue them underneath if there is enough surface area on the sides. I just cut the popsicle stick at an angle so it lays flat in the corner. Glue a cut skinny stick in between to make trays with legs. Now we're ready to fill the tray with items from previous videos like how to make doll waffles, cinnamon rolls, breakfast breads like croissants, or toast. Add our eggs and sausage, or simply a bowl of cereal. Add a cup of tea or coffee, some grapes. Remove the end of a pin, glue it to a button. Add some artificial plants to make a vase of flowers. I can also use a bead for a different shaped vase. And we found these mechanical pencils. On the end there is an eraser cap, which looks like a small drinking glass. Cut a small square of tissue, gently pull it through a jump ring to make a napkin with a napkin ring. And you're done.
Happy crafting!
Now that we have a garden, let's make a few accessories. Using round plastic lacing, felt, recycled paper, acrylic paint, a toothpick, recycled paperboard, craft foam, artificial spring flowers, and glue. I start by taking round plastic lacing. Cut a desired length, cut thin strips of paper, cut a thinner strip, roll the wide strip around the end of the plastic, using glue to secure the paper in place. Trim off the excess, glue and wrap the thinner piece, carefully paint the paper with a metallic gold paint to make a water hose. Cut a piece of clear plastic from packaging, brush on a clear drying glue like Mod Podge to make the illusion of water. Take a toothpick, cut a strip of recycled paper, wrap the paper around the toothpick, use glue to secure it, trim off the excess, trim the toothpick, use a nail file to sand the rough edges, cut a rectangle of paperboard, fold it in half, cut the top at a curved angle, trim the bottom, glue the end of the toothpick into the paperboard, paint it, wrap colored paper around the handle to make a hand spade. Cut a rectangle of craft foam, round off the corners, use a hole punch to make a handle to make a garden kneeling pad. Cut strips of paper, roll the paper around a plastic cap, wrap a thinner strip around the top, remove it from the cap, glue a circle of paperboard underneath, paint it with a terracotta colored paint to make empty pots. Cut and roll felt, place it inside the pot for soil. I can push artificial flowers between the layers of the felt to look like something is growing. Add everything to the work table from our secret garden video, and you're done.
Happy crafting!
I am going to make a garden pot for a doll using old worksheets from school. If you do not have old worksheets, the newspaper is a good substitute. I will also use craft paint, construction paper, a toothpick, and glue. I start by cutting my paper into strips. I have small, medium, and large strips. I start by rolling the medium-sized strips around the toothpick. I use glue to secure the ends. I add additional layers to make it thicker if needed. I add the larger strip next, followed by the thinnest one at the top. Go over it with a layer of glue. Once dry, I paint it. I use scrap pieces of paper to make flowers by taking a small square and cut it into a swirl. Just go around and around until you get to the center. Cut off the excess. Using a toothpick, I start at the outermost part of the swirl and begin to curl it around the toothpick. When I get to the end, I fold that part back. Use glue to secure it in place. And I like to use a dab of glue on the back side to make sure it doesn't come undone. I make a stem by gluing 3 pieces of paper together. Cut it into thin strips. Cut out leaf shapes out of a scrap piece of paper. Cut and glue the leaves, stems, and flower together. Paint the recess inside the pot brown for the soil. Glue the flowers into the pot, and you're done.
Happy crafting!
Thank you for joining us for this My Froggy Stuff Mother's Day mashup. And let us know what mashups you would like to see in the comments down below. Join us for new vids every day. Follow us on Instagram at My Froggy Stuff and the Frog Vlog. And we will see you next time. Happy Mother's Day! Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. 'Cause you got